Shalom Aleichem Chevra, I hope all is well. This week's Parsha is Parshas Beshalach. We have the miracles of Yetzias Mitzrayim, we have Kriyas Yamsuf, we have a Gilu Shechina, revelation of Hashem's presence in the most lofty of ways, and then we have Shira Layam. We have the song that Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish people sing in thanks and gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. In that Shira, we have a very interesting pasuk that I'd like to focus in on and present a bit of a question for us to think about. If we look at Perek Tezvav, Pasuk Beis, in that Shira of Az Yashir that the Jews sing after being saved from the Egyptians through splitting the sea, the Pasuk says, middle of the Pasuk, Zeh Keli Ve'anvehu, this is my God Ve'anvehu, and we'll see there's two pshatim Rashi says in this word Ve'anvehu, Elokei Avi v'aro mimenu, the God of my forefather, and I will exalt him. So Rashi explains, what does Vanvehu mean? Either, says Rashi, it's a lashon of naveh, it's a language of an abode, which means that the Jewish people were saying, which is actually how ArtScroll translates, I will build him a sanctuary. Meaning we recognize Hashem from these wonders, after all the Makos and Kriyas Yamsuf, being saved from the Egyptians. I want to build Hashem a Beis HaMikdash, a sanctuary. First pshat. Va'anvehu means I will build him a temple. Second pshat, Rashi says, Davar acher, va'anvehu is a lashon of noi, a lashon of beauty, or beautify him. As Rashi explains, Esaper noyo v'shvacho l'bai ha'olam. I will tell the travelers in this world, the people of this world, the goodness of Hashem. That's the second pshat. So Va'anvehu means I will tell everyone about the goodness HaKadosh Baruch Hu did with us that Hashem does. So either the pshat in the pasuk Va'anvehu is I will build Hashem a Beis HaMikdash, a temple, or it means I will tell others about the goodness of Hashem. Now there's actually a third pshat which Rashi doesn't quote over here. Gemara in Sukkah talks about it, and we see it throughout Shas, which is there's an idea of hidur mitzvah. We're supposed to beautify mitzvahs. Esnoel lefanav b'mitzvahs is that when we deal with mitzvahs, we should have a beautiful lulav, we should have beautiful tzitzis, we should adorn or beautify our mitzvahs. That's not a pshat Rashi quotes over here. So firstly, question number one is, Rashi usually quotes pshuto shel mikra. Now he leaves out that pshat. Why is it that Rashi leaves out that third pshat and doesn't quote that over here? Now he quotes two other pshatim, but he doesn't quote that third idea of glorifying mitzvahs. So question one is, why doesn't he quote that here as the simple pshat in the pasuk? Question number two, va'anvehu, let's go with the first pshat that Rashi says, I'll build him a Beis HaMikdash. Why is the immediate reaction of seeing this wonderful event of Kriyas Yamsuf and being saved from the Egyptians to say, I want to build Hashem a Beis HaMikdash? What does building the Beis HaMikdash have to do with the miracles that just occurred alayam by the sea? Now, granted, we want to do something for Hashem, but why is that specifically what the Jewish people cry out almost in a natural reaction after these miracles? I want to build HaKadosh Baruch Hu a Beis HaMikdash. And to further complicate, make that question a little more difficult actually, is we find references to this, and I'll show you one place, this idea that really building the Mishkan, for that matter, was a response to the chet of the Egel HaZahav. Means after we did the golden calf and we sinned against Hashem, Hashem gave us the opportunity to build a Mishkan that acted in some way as an atonement. Where do we find this example? So in the beginning of Pekudei, it's Perek Lamed Ches, Pasuk Chafal, first pasuk in the Parsha. It says, El Pekudei HaMishkan, Mishkan HaEdus. There's a few places we find this idea, but the Mishkan is called Mishkan HaEdus. Edus is a testimony, the tabernacle of testimony. So Rashi explains, why is it called a tabernacle, a mishkan of testimony? Edus li Yisrael shaviter lahem HaKadosh Baruch Hu al ma'aseh ha'egel. It is a testimony to the Jewish people that Hashem forgave them for the actions of the Egel HaZahav, sharei hishra shchinaso beinayim, because he brought his shchina amongst them through the mishkan. Which means that it would appear, at least, at face value, that building this mishkan was really a symbolism following the Egel that Hashem had forgiven us for our betrayal, for our rebellion against him in doing the golden calf. If that's the case, what are we calling out altogether by Kriyas Yamsuf? Va'anvehu, I'm going to build him a Beis HaMikdash. That only seems to be a b'diavad. That doesn't seem to be a lechatchila. That doesn't seem to be something that we would do other than the fact that we sinned. So what are the Jews really calling out and saying, V'anveyu, I will build Hashem a Beis HaMikdash? Anybody has a good answer, please feel free to share. Hopefully we'll come out with an answer, some sort of a pshat, and I think this could give us some great insight in general what's going on here in Kriyas Yamsuf and the Shir Al Hayam. Everyone have a great week.